And the action underway. Australia didn't quite control it. Still a chance that they'll regather the ball, though. Taken away there by Bud Dudley for Australia. He's able to slip it over the top to Brett Boylan. Boylan in a bit of trouble. Gets it back to Dudley. He's in the clear down the side. Pushed towards the sideline. Here comes Payne across, but he gets through. And Dudley scores the first goal. Australia leads 1-0. Lots of action as the United States will bring the ball back into play. Over the top there to Chun. Chun in a bit of trouble. And now the USA is away again, and taking it through is Brian Kirkland. Kirkland scores the equaliser. It's 1-1.
What a beautiful come down the court by Brian Kirkland.
Ball slipped across to Duberly. Allman. Reggie Richler, the coach of the United States, looking on. The Australians in possession. Back to Double-A.
Oh, crashing hit by Steve Pate.
Yes, Steve Pate and also Cliff Chun doing some good work in defence for the United States. And a timeout is called. 1-1, Australia and the United States.
Coach Vineyard looking to regroup here and maybe come out with a different offensive strategy. Jerry, it looks like the United States has gone into a man press on them.
Some of the action again. Crashing there. Cliff Chun right into Double-A. And then here comes Pate. And really hits hard. On comes George Hucks. A lot of jockeying for position here. Croker gets it into Hucks. Hucks is going to have to try and work his way around Kirkland. Great work by Pate. Pate and Kirkland have Hucks all jammed up down there. Lost possession, grabbed by the United States. Cliff Chun with it is able to slip the pass away there to Kirkland. And Kirkland will try and work his way down the side. Ran into a traffic jam and nicely over the top to Pate. And Pate scores a goal for the United States for the US to lead 2-1.
What a beautiful steal and a score by the United States.
Double now works it out for Australia. And he's able to work his way clear. Has he got the pace to go all the way? Kirkland's giving chase, but he won't be able to get to him. And over he goes. Maybe even with a bit of assistance from Kirkland.
A coast-to-coast goal.
And a great goal. Just watch the end of this as Kirkland came across and crashed into Double-A. But in the meantime, Pate's gone in and scored again. And it's 3-2 in favour of the United States. The action happens pretty quickly here in the rugby. Double-A now taking it away. And is able to get a nice run through the middle too, despite the efforts of Galoo. He gets it away to Hucks. Hucks is stuck. Turns around. Back to Double-A. Chun trying to work his way to stop Double-A, but he goes straight through the middle and gets over for the goal.
It's hard to stop the big man. Sorry.
Now Brian Kirkland works his way down. He's got plenty of room to move. Slips it over the top, and this will be an easy goal to Cliff Chun. The US coach, Reggie Richner, would have to be happy with the way his team has started up. Looked pretty good there. Now Double-A's in trouble. Can't get away from Galoo. Now he manages to do so. Chun's in his way. Plenty of Australians there forging a way through for Double-A. And he goes across to halfway. Has to secure the ball as he's caught by some good US defence. Almost at a stalemate here. How can he offload? Stolen by Pate for the United States. Over the top of Kirkland, and Kirkland's away. 5-3 to the US.
That's the problem you have sometimes when you put the ball in the low pointer's hands. It's hard for them to handle the ball, and someone like Pate can take it away from you.
There, trouble for the Australians as Gary Croker unable to really control that ball. Now Double-A. Nicely over the top to Hucks. Hucks is in the clear. He's got the pace. Pate's giving chase. Then Pate's able to stop him proceeding. So Hucks will try and get it back. He does so to Doubley. There's no way up the sideline there for Doubley. And again, he's caught in this situation. Now, they lost possession when they were previously like this. Hucks back over the top to Doubley. Backing into him goes Kirkland. And nice defence there from Cliff Chun for the US to keep Doubley out. The Australians in possession, looking to finish off. Croker just behind, goes over the top instead to Hucks. George Hucks can see an opening. Heads for it, but it closes pretty quickly as Pate gets across. Back to Doubley. Can he work his way through? Great defence from the United States. Just no way through for the Australians. Doubley with a bounce. Whilst they reorganise their strategy, the Australians, it's pretty impenetrable defence almost from the United States at this stage, as George Hucks goes for a bit of a roam to see where he might find an opening. Doubley goes with him. Back to Doubley. There's an opening, and he goes straight through. Great work by the Australians. Doubley scores again, and it's 5-4.
A little bit of patience went a long way on that one, Jerry.
There was the opening, and he snuck through. Needed a bit of pace, of course, and now the United States have a chance to fight back, but they might lose possession. No, Pate's got it back. Pate with the ball. Kirkland alongside him. The Australians have surrounded him. He's going to have to get it out of there somehow. Looking for somebody to offload it to, and he finds Chun. Chun working his way, but running straight into him as Gary Croker, and prevents him from going further. Now Pate. He's been everywhere, Pate. And he's into the open, and he should score the goal. No troubles at all.
He's a one-man wrecking crew out there at the moment.
He's doing a superb job, isn't he, Stephen Pate? Tucking the ball in between the knees. And off he went, knowing that the work was being done up front there by Brian Kirkland, and all he had to do was to finish it off. There's a foul here.
Pate whistled for a apparent push on the sidelines there. It's a 1-minute penalty or goal release.
So Steve Pate goes to the sin bin. He's got a minute there. And Pate has to watch on for a minute as the action continues. With it for Australia is George Hucks. Taking his time. They've got the extra man. They've really got to score while Pate is off the court. Doubley working his way around. Hucks looking to see if he can set it up for Doubley. Meanwhile, the other two Australians back by themselves near the halfway mark. And they're ready for Pate to come on. So their job is to keep him out of the game. But here's Doubley. He's got double trouble as it is. Hucks is the only one that he can get the ball to. And now Hucks works his way free. Well done by Hucks. Doubley's free now if Hucks can get the pass across to him. Couldn't do so. Hucks goes by himself and will score. 6-5, the Australians stay in touch.
Pate did a nice move there coming out of the box. He asked to be the inbounder. That way the trap that the Aussies had set up on him won't work.
Now the United States in possession. Here's a chance again, and Kirkland takes it across. Brian Kirkland scores for the United States for them to go to a 2-point lead, 7-5. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in this first quarter. Doubley will try and work through the middle, but suddenly his way is cut off, and now Hicks tucks it in between the knees, and off he goes. Off goes Hucks. George Hucks for Australia. A bounce of the ball. But again, Steve Pate, who's doing everything in attack and is pretty effective in defence as well. And he was able to get across and cut off George Hucks' progress there. Doubley now. Brad Doubley. So it looks like there might be a few substitutions made shortly for the United States, as the Australians work out what they're going to do with this ball.
It looks like, Jerry, they're going to go for the last goal like they did last night in the Kiwi game. They ran off 3 minutes just to get the last goal of the quarter.
So the time ticking down. 1 minute to go in this quarter. 7-5 in favour of the United States, and the Australians using up time. Back it goes to Hucks, then on to Double. Back to Hucks again. Well, this is not very exciting rugby, you've got to say. And I think that the crowd would be looking for a little bit more action. Starting to free up a little bit here. George Hucks still in possession. The Australians having maintained it. And now W will still take his time to score the goal. No rush as far as he's concerned. 21 seconds left. Could be a situation where there will be a bit of a rush. Back it goes to George Hucks. He'll work his way through. Almost through a gap. Hucks twisting and turning, and he scores it. Oh, it didn't. He didn't get the goal. He lost the ball.
The referee gave him a penalty goal on that because they said that Chun had reached in on that, Jerry.
So a penalty goal, and it's 7-5. 7-6 now. The US will have 8 seconds to see if they can score the goal, and Pate's going to go straight for it. Oh, over the top and down he goes.
Oh, what a nasty spill Pate took there, trying to take the pass over to Chun with 1 second left on the clock.
He just charged straight at them, Pate. Here he goes, straight into Double, and he was able to grab the ball, and Pate was down on his nose.
That's the nature of the sport here. Big hitters, they tend to go over sometimes.
Only 1 second left in this first quarter.
U.S. trying to go for that last second goal.
And they've got it.
What a beautiful play. Coach Richner obviously happy about a 1 second goal.
McGuirk was the man with the throw. And at quarter time, the United States leads Australia by 2 points. It's 8-6 in favour of the USA.
And back to the final in just a moment. A reminder of our coverage of the closing ceremony tonight at 7:30, right after the news, which will be live for many viewers. A lot of people already here in Stadium Australia, just over 1 hour away. Now, just before we do take you back to the Dome, 2 other team sports were decided today. In men's goalball, the gold medal was taken out by Denmark over Lithuania, bronze to Sweden, and Australia finishing 9th. In women's goalball, the gold medal today went to Canada over Spain, bronze to Sweden, the Australian team finishing 8th. And in football, for athletes with cerebral palsy, the gold medal today to Russia over Ukraine, the bronze going to Brazil, and the Australian team finishing 7th for Sydney 2000. Well, back to the wheelchair rugby final now, where we joined the action at the beginning of the third quarter with Australia and the USA locked at 16-all. Here's Jerry Collins.
Second half is underway. Brad Doubley with the ball for Australia. 16-all. Australia and the United States in the gold medal final. The bronze medal has been won by New Zealand. They defeated Canada in the bronze medal playoff, 44-32. Now George Hucks. Real traffic jam here for Hucks. How's he going to get out of this one? Manages to slip it over the top to Doubley. And Doubley can see a gap. Away he goes. He's got the pace and he'll score. Australia opens the scoring in the second half and leads 17-16.
Doubley just doing a yeoman's job out there.
The United States taken away. Drainey slips it nicely over the top. Oh, it's been lost. Picked up by Doubley. Australia back in possession. And they're delighted. They know they can go to a 2-point lead here.
Jerry, there was a foul on that by Rick Drainey. He made contact with Doubley on his body or hand, and it cost him a minute in the sin bin.
So that even adds to the opportunity now for Australia. Doubly working his way clear. Drainey in the sin bin. George Hucks working his way around. Again, taking his time, setting it up. Drainey looks on as Hucks can see a clear opening, heading for the line. No way through, and Doubly comes in and does a bit of damage to try and ease it all up a bit to decongest it. Away it goes to Doubly. Doubly slips through on the inside, doesn't want to score right now. Is going to hold it up for a bit. Keeps it out. In the meantime, McCabe is jammed there between two Australians. There you can see McCabe trying to work his way out of that jam. He's going nowhere, and they're ensuring that. Terrific work by Ryan and Erdem, by Croker and Erdem. In the meantime, Hucks is able to score the goal for Australia. 18-16, Australia out by 2.
First time the US has seen this much of a deficit.
The United States defeated Australia in the competition rounds, and they obviously were the favourite for the gold medal. But now making good ground up here for the United States is Cliff Chun. Gets it to Drainey, and Drainey will score. 18-17 now. George Hucks. Replay of the action there. The pass over the top. And Drainey taking it and going on to score the goal. Australia back in possession. Doubly doubles around Drainey and gets a goal.
What a play, what a play.
Australians in front by 2. There are 5 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Drainey. Drainey's been able to get clear. There's only Doubly in the way. Nice pass over the top. Will this be a goal to the US? Yes, it will. Chum goes over and scores.
US needing to do something here to get even with the Aussies.
Here's the action again. Chun had to do some work to get to it. Almost blocked there by Doubly, but Chun was able to gather and score the goal. 19-18 as it goes over the top. To Doubly again. He's away with speed. Chun did well. Chun did very well. And Drainey blocks him further. Over the top then to George Hucks. Hucks trying to get through a bit of a gap there. Doubly was ready for the ball, but Chun was ready for him. Hucks showing a bit of grunt. Can't get through. George Hucks swinging the ball everywhere. Over to Doubly. No way through there. Doubly. What's he going to try? Going around in circles, well and truly. Some Gary Croker in there involved with the action. And now George Hucks is clear. Can he get through? Yes! Australia 20, the US 18.
This capacity crowd is loving this.
What an action-packed game they're seeing too. United States in possession. Oh! Chance here for Australia. Good work by Doubly to block the pass, and Hucks comes up with it for Australia. And he might be able to go all the way. Not in a hurry to score a goal yet. Loses the ball. It'll be the US ball.
Coach Richner's seen enough with that. He's bringing in Pate, Kirkland, Chun, and Galoo again.
George Hucks complaining to the referee here about interference. Croker from the side for Australia. Doubly. Hucks. Pate's back on. That's interesting for the United States. Pate the man with the block. Blocking arms. Doubly. Foul.
Foul on Chun. Questionable call, but It's a call nonetheless. It'll leave the United States a man down with 3:55.
And Australia out by 2 has a chance to go out by 3. Hucks. There, the foul call on Cliff Chun.
Oh,
another foul call.
Unbelievable. Dan Galoo with just a no-brain move right there.
2 in the bin. It's 4 on 2. Australia must score. They can take their time because for at least a minute, if they score, of course, the 2 can come out of the bin. Oh, double, he might have lost. No, he hasn't. He's got control of it, and he'll score now. 21-18, 3-point margin in favour of Australia.
The U.S. is still down a man, though.
Pate, whoa! Doubly crashing into Pate. And Pate's down on his face.
An absolute crushing blow by Doubly on Pate.
What a tackle. That was unbelievable. We'll see it again. Pate turns around, straightens up, and bang, goes Doubly.
Coach Richner having a look in his bag of tricks at this point to see what he can pull out.
He'd have to be concerned. The Australians are looking good, leading 21-18.
Substitutions Australia. Peter Buckley into the game. Steve Porter in.
Harding and Porter come on for Australia. And Porter will have the ball on the side. Into Erdem, back to Porter. Kirkland crashed into Porter. Porter's able to slip it away to Doubly. Doubly just takes his time. And forward comes Kirkland to give some of Doubly's own back after the tremendous hit that he had on Pate. Doubly. Back to Porter. They've got to be careful here, getting close to that halfway mark of the court again. Porter. Chun's all arms. Making it difficult for him. And Doubly's in the clear. Doesn't want to score. Crashing straight into Cliff Chun. Handing it to Harding. And then back to Porter. Porter, the Australians just letting that clock tick down. Leading by 3. Back it goes to Doubly. Doubly spinning and whirling and twirling. Oh, great control here by the Australians. Sensational control. While they have the ball, the United States can't score. And Australia leading by 3, and that'll be a handy break. If they can lead by that margin at three-quarter time, that's for sure. Doubly holding onto the ball. It's what you might call great phase play by the Australians. US team member there all caught up as at McCabe. He just can't get free. And the 2 Australians, Erdem and Harding, doing a sensational job.
Apparently a little controversy there. They're saying that player Kirkland from the United States was saying that he needed an equipment timeout back there. Referee Tony Lapola deeming that to be true.
They're looking at the wheel. It was one way of bringing to an end the fact that the Australians had him crammed in, and he gets wheeled from the court.
Apparently just a wheel change on that, Jerry.
So the action will be back underway shortly. Australia leading 21-18. Terry Vineyard, the Australian coach, watching intently. He's done an excellent job so far in this match. Getting close to three-quarter time. Taken by Erdem. He didn't even know he had it. And he was able to get it back to Doubly. Nazim Erdem, big smile. Didn't realise the ball was in his lap. Porter now. Working his way across, maintaining possession. Is what the Australians are doing right here. Doubly. He's got those high arms. Stolen by Pate. But there's a foul, is there, against Pate?
Let's see who it is. It might be on Porter. It is on Porter. They lost the ball and got a foul on Steve Porter as well.
So the United States gets possession, and Australia electing to control the ball, but in the end losing it, and now the United States has a chance of reducing the margin. Pate getting some attention to one of his wheels, and Terry Vineyard, the Australian coach, yelling out instructions. Pate hit by Doubley, but gets the pass away to Chun, and Chun will have no problem scoring for the United States. It's 21-19, and that's the first goal in quite some time.
You're right there, Jerry. The U.S. really needed that goal.
It means, of course, that Australia has possession once more. Goes to Doubley. Kirkland hit Doubley. Doubley can't find anybody. Now slips it away to Porter. Porter's away. He should go all the way. He will. Steve Porter scores for Australia. Awaits it. Holds for a minute and then scores it. Using up a bit more time, and back to the three-point margin with 1 minute 20 left on the clock in the third quarter. Pate showing speed and enthusiasm, gets it over the top to Chun, and Chun's away and will score a very quick goal for the United States.
Man, they're trading goals back and forth now.
The United States obviously wants to increase the pace. The Australians are looking to slow it down. Steve Porter. Doubley. Doubley, almost clear. Back to Porter. Porter can see a bit of an opening. Oh, does it ever close? And Pate, just full of enthusiasm. Pate, away goes Doubley, he'll score. Australia leads by 3 again. It's 23-20, 53 seconds left in the third quarter.
Coach Vineyard showing his appreciation on that one.
Chun. Great work by Chun. Good blocking as well. Eddie Crouch doing the work for the United States and giving Chun a way through there.
Jerry, it looks like it's gut check time here for the United States. They're down by 3, and they're looking for a little bit of direction. They've gone to the bench with Coach Wendy and Coach Wendy Gumbert and Coach Reggie Richner to see if they can find that. It's an interesting note, Jerry, that Coach Vineyard in '96 coached the United States team in Atlanta at the Paralympic Games.
Well, he's done a great job with this Australian team so far. 41 seconds left in the third quarter, and they lead 23-20. Kirkland in from the side. Well, this could be an intercept here, but Pate is able to grab it for the United States. Looked dangerous for a bit, but now Pate is able to slip it over the top. And in support is Cliff Chun. Chun is very talented. Pass goes to Pate. Doubley arrives, or Porter rather, arrives on the scene, but Pate is over.
24 seconds left in the quarter. Expect for
Australia's lost the ball, and Edom, back it goes to Porter. Porter has a man up front. He slips to the Peter Harding. Harding, can he get to it? No, can't reach it.
Oh, just out of his reach and into the crowd he went.
Oh, that would have been a handy goal for Australia with 11 seconds left on the clock before three-quarter time. Instead, they still lead by 2. If they could have led by 3, it would have been tremendous, but the margin might be reduced even further. Here comes Pate, charging out in Doubley, but Pate scores. And now it's a 1-point ball game. 3 seconds left. Big throw by Porter. Doubley looking for this. Taken by Chun for the US. Three-quarter time. Australia up by 1. They lead 23-22. Great fight back there by the United States. They were down by 3. And they've reduced the margin to just 1 point at three-quarter time.
And they get
Brad Doubley has scored 12 goals for Australia as the ball comes in for the United States. And Chun is away, working his way up the side. He might go all the way. Hucks comes across and is able to cut him off. Kirkland now. Kirkland finds himself pretty quickly in trouble. Back to Chun. And the referee's whistle goes.
We have a spin there. Spin occurs when a player hits another player behind the axle, Jerry.
So George Hucks goes to the penalty bin and has to look on as the United States fighting back really well in this match. And away goes Chun and scores a goal. And it's 23-all. The game's locked up. What a fantastic last 7 minutes this game is going to be now as Doubley tries to get up the side. His way is cut off there by Kirkland. Over the top he finds George Hucks. Hucks with a little bit of support, couldn't find room.
Oh, and whistled for a 15-second violation. It's a turnover. U.S. has the ball now.
And the U.S. has a great chance of now getting a lead. Bit of trouble here for Crouch. Can he get the ball away? That'll be the big question for him, but he slips it to Kirkland. And George Hucks comes racing at Kirkland. Over the top to Pate. Pate's got lots of speed. Through the middle he goes, and he will score. The US hit the front. It's 24-23 in favour of the United States.
What grit the U.S. has shown in coming back into this game here today, Jerry.
Well, they trailed by 3 with just a couple of minutes to go to three-quarter time. Now they're in front by 1. As Hucks goes through and levels the score and gets tipped over in the process. 24-all. George Hucks might be hurt here, I think.
It was a nasty hit by Steve Pate.
There he was. He was cruising at that stage. He took one bump from Cliff Chun, kept on going, and here it is, Pate spinning him round, and up and over he went. But he's back into the action to the roar of the crowd, and it's 24-all. Now the United States, Steve Pate again, away he goes. Great work though by Hucks. He pulled him up. Nice pass over the top to Chun, and the US is in again. It's 25-24.
Pate and Chun are picking up the slack on this line.
George Hucks for Australia. Hucks can see the chance. Down he goes. He's got Doubley in front of him. Doubley is covered by Pate. Hucks back to Doubley. Doubley is able to slip out of a little bit of trouble there, but Pate has him covered. The US leading by 1. Doubley. Is there perhaps a chance? Through the middle there. Gives it a try. Backs around with the support. Gets the goal. Great support play there for Australia by Gary Croker. And Doubley was able to score. Again, Doubley with that amazing courage, belting straight at them. The US is away again. Up it goes to Pate. And Pate will take his time to put the US in front once more. Not prepared to score the goal as yet. He's going to stay out into the field of play. And over he goes. 26-25, the US leads by 1.
Neither team refuses to go down by more than 2.
Really is a terrific game. Here's George Hucks. He's away, Hucks. Only one man who can stop him, and that's Kirkland. And Kirkland is able to twist him around. And Pate and Hucks meet head on. Oh! Doubley's clear. Slips back. In again. And over he goes. Doubley scores. It's 26-all. Pate. Oh, over goes Doubley. Pate's away. Pate will score. Doubley's on his side.
Doubley trying to put a crushing blow back on Steve Pate, just in the process wound up on his head himself. Brad
Doubley has had a fantastic game as Doubley. Absolutely sensational. 14 goals to his name. But it's not only the attack that he's shown, the goal scoring, it's also been some fantastic defence that he's shown.
Nasty fall on that one. He fell right on that shoulder there.
27-26 is the actual score. Hasn't been amended on the screen as yet.
Pit crews out there changing wheels at the same time.
Some manoeuvring going on back here. Double E with Chun and Crouch around him, and now they go across to where the action is itself. Gary Croker puts the ball in play. Taken by Hucks, and he's immediately jammed, and Pate grabs it. He's got it, Pate. Can he get through? He won't be able to get through there, but he should be able to set up another American goal, and they should go to a 2-point lead. Currently 27-26 in favour of the United States. With the ball now, Brian Kirkland. If they get a 2-point lead, they'll be looking to use up the time. Pate works his way towards the goal. And Double is there to meet him. And Hucks and Needham, they're all there. Pate over the top. Kirkland finds Pate again. Hucks is there for Pate. And Hucks backing in to stop Pate going through. Pate finds Kirkland, and it's a goal to the US. 28-26, that might be a very decisive goal. 4 minutes 24 left in the match, and the United States leads by 2. It was too easy there in the end. Eventually Pate able to drop it over to Kirkland, and Kirkland had nobody in front of him.
Pate getting a quick wheel change out there. Look on some of the Aussie faces here. Looks a little troubled.
Yes, the Australians 2 points down, and time starting to run out for them as well. But still, there's plenty of time for them to win the match. Here's George Hucks. Gets the foul. Well, a timeout here.
The defense of the United States is seeming to rise to the occasion and just blanketing the Aussies, so they're having trouble getting the ball over into the front court within the 15 seconds. .410 left. You would expect Coach Vineyard to be going into his bag of tricks now to see if he can pull out some magic as well.
And of course, Reggie Richner, at the same time, the United States coach, would be wanting more of the same. The way they've come back early in this fourth quarter has been most impressive.
Well, they say big players make big plays in big games. Let's see what we have here.
4 minutes 10 on the clock. The USA by 2, 28-26. Gary Croker from the side finds Hucks. Pate gives Hucks a bit of a thump from behind. Back to Double E. Hucks will work around. Double E gets away from Crouch. Starts to build up a bit of pace, and here comes Pate, but he steps around him. Keeps on going. Good work here by Double E. He should get the goal. He does. Double E scores. Goal number 15 for Double E. And it's now 28-27.
Aussie's able to pull the game back into within 1 goal now.
Just 1 point the difference. And Pate receives attention to his wheelchair. Nail-biting stuff. Steve Pate leaning over as they have the chair in the air to put on that left wheel.
Crowd's just loving this. They're just enjoying every minute of it.
It's certainly got all the suspense. 1 point in favor of the United States. US ball, Brian Kirkland. Well, there's a foul being called here, I think, on George Hucks.
What they called was a spin on George. Apparently on the inbound, it looked like he tapped Cliff Chun from behind the axle and caused him to spin.
So Hucks goes to the sin bin for a minute. And we've got more problems with wheelchairs, I think. It's Steve Pate again. We might have a bit of a tangle here. On come the mechanics. And Steve Pate's okay. USA, people mesmerised by this game.
Pate's having a bit of problem with his wheels today. Seems that every time he gets to rolling on them, he's either losing pressure or it's catching on something.
One thing we can say, the way he's playing, the wheels haven't fallen off as far as his ability is concerned. He's having a wow of a game, as Steve Pate. There he is in his chariot. Kirkland fires the pass in to Cliff Chun. And here comes, well, Doubly again, heading straight for Chun. Now, where's the ball? Pate's with it. Steve Pate taking his time. 3.5 minutes left in the match. This will be in the interest of the United States to keep the ball and work the clock down and stay in front. And of course, when they do score a goal, they'll be able to go 2 clear. Good work there by Nazim Erdem. At Pate. Pate with a bounce. And Doubly's in trouble. The crowd boos. And Pate just working his way backwards and forwards. And now Doubly arrives on the scene and pushes him over.
U.S. burned up some valuable clock time right then.
And got the 2-point advantage as well. So just under 3 minutes left, 2:59 left on the clock. And the United States by 2. Australia is going to have to do something to somehow get a lead. Gary Croker. And now George Hucks. Hucks and Croker come down. Doubly comes out to meet them. Doubly working his way into some position. Hucks can't quite get through. Back to Doubly. Australia has to make it happen here as Hucks tries to crash through and makes some sort of ground for Doubly. No room. Doubly biding his time and waiting for just some little narrow gap. And look at the work of Pate at the back there. Everywhere the Australians go, and now Doubly gets through. Great teamwork between Hucks and Doubly there. It's 29-28, a 1-point ball game again. The United States in front. The United States also in control. Chun with the ball. This is an interesting pass, but it's taken by Kirkland. Over the top to Pate, and the US goes further in front. Will he score the goal or will he use up the clock? He scores the goal. 30-28. The US is gold medal bound.
2 minutes left on the clock, Jerry.
2 minutes to go. Plenty of time for Australia as George Hucks brings it down. They might have to up the tempo, the Australians. Hucks trying to go straight through. Pate blocks him. Hucks. Doubly crashing through there on Crouch. Hucks is close to the goal, but can't get through. Here goes Hucks, straight at it. Couldn't quite get there. Great defence from the United States. Sensational defence from the USA. Hucks again. Back to Doubly. Can Doubly get through? Well, Hucks is trying to make room for him. And still Doubly can't find an opening. This is superb defence. Here it is for Hucks. Over to Doubly. He's lost it. He's lost the ball. Hucks might regather. He does.
A held ball, Jerry. Ball was down on the ground, and it was touched by both players at the same time, so the possession will still stay with Australia now.
Oh, what a game. 1 minute and 6 seconds left on the clock. The USA by 2. Cliff Chun came crashing into the back of Hucks there. Now Double-E. Australia needs to score and needs to score quickly. Double-E cannot get through. He tries again, and still he can't get through. Brad Double-E, frustrated for Australia. Huge defence from the USA. Tries to get around. Has he got across? Yes. He's got the goal. It's back to 1 point. 30-29. 46 seconds in the game. But the United States should get one here as it's picked up nicely by Chun. And Chun goes across and scores the goal. And it's back to 2 points.
42 seconds left. The U.S. is falling back into the key to go back into the key defense.
40 seconds in the game. 40 seconds from a probable goal for the United States. George Hucks for Australia is going to try and crash straight through. Double-E's got it. Double-E gets the goal. Now Australia needs possession. They've got to get the ball somehow. They must get the ball to try and square up the ball game. It goes to Pate. In comes Double-E. Referee's whistle goes. Sensational scenes.
With 29.8 seconds, Jerry, Steve Pate had a little equipment on his, looks like his left wheel there, and they reward him with a 1 minute to change it out.
And of course that slows down the momentum of the game as the Australians had to up the tempo to get possession and to come up with that vital point that they need to square the ledger and force it into extra time. 31-30. The United States ball from the side. Huck's doing a lot of work, but it's taken by Chun. And Double-E grabs him. Nicely away though to Kirkland. Kirkland almost in the clear, and the USA should score here. Kirkland's going to go all the way. The US leads by 2 again. 32-30. 18 seconds left in the match. And the United States of America in the prime position in this game. They look like they'll pick up the gold medalist. Double-E picks up the ball. Last chance for Australia. Double-E will try and crash straight through. And has he scored? Huck scores.
8.8 seconds, 1 point game.
32-31, and again Australia just must get possession. If they can get possession, they're a chance. Pate's not going to let them. Pate with the ball, working around. He'll work the clock down. 4 seconds to go. Head-on smash. Great work by Double-E, but China's away, and the US wins the goal. Jubilation for the United States. They've won the gold. 32-31, and Steve Pate is upended, but I'm sure at this stage he doesn't care. Steve Pate, the star. The Australians tried everything. They led by 3 late in the third quarter, but the United States came back magnificently, and the US wins the gold. 32-31. The gold medal to the United States. The silver medal goes to Australia.